Missing a wheel! What? You're missing a wheel! Well, while we're waiting for Jared to get back here with some parts for this trailer that's in behind me here, we started working on the combine a little bit. I decided to dump the oil out of it, and we've got some other stuff that we're going to do to it, and then we can run that along to the dealer. So I started working on that while I was waiting for Jared to get back here for parts. He ended up getting parts for this trailer. We had to get a hub, some rims, brake drum. The wheels ended up loosening up on this side here last night, and instead of fixing it alongside the road, they just cut the rest of the studs off, and there's the hub there. Keepers are all wore out on the hub where the rim ate down into the hub, and he ended up just driving this home without the wheels on there. This suspension is rigid enough that with it empty, the lift axle kind of carries the weight there. So we're going to run over next door and look at the 4620. He ended up taking the head to a machine shop today. He ripped all the valves out of that last night, and he's got that all set. He's actually just backing in here now. He's got the transmission in there. The transmission in the back of his truck for this L8000, and then of course he's got this 4620 all tore apart. There's all his parts here. So this has a head gasket that was bad, and he sent the head out to get resurfaced and whatnot, and then he's gonna throw this old girl all back together here. Alright, I got both tires mounted up. Now we're going to work on getting the hub ready to go here and get this thing back together. Alright, so we've got the tires mounted, got the large bearing setting in place. Now we're just going to jam this seal in there, and then we can slap the hub on. We can get to it here. Alright, now we can slap the hub on the spindle. this axle. The old design, or the old nut that came off, was the lock and collar, bend over tab style, which I don't like. Use this Pro Torque. Okay, now we just got to put our Clearview hub on, fill it with oil, throw the drum on there, and we're good to go. Alright, you seen me unload this stuff out of the truck there. Now this is the transmission for this truck here. I just thought I'd share with you this little note that's on the top of it. Do not stack. I don't know how you're going to be able to stack anything on the top of that, but I suppose they've had employees try that before, so that's kind of funny. But that is the transmission that is going in that truck right there. Well, Jared's just getting ready to hook on. We got this all back together, and he's going to get hauling manure. New wheels, new hub, new brake drum. We're running with the original shoes. Nothing happened to those. Well, we've got the oil all drained out of the combine, and one of the things I'm going to do to it as long as it's in here is I'm going to replace this feeder house chain, get that off in there and get a new one on there. And this is just stretched out and whatever, so I've got a new roll on the other side of the combine, so we're going to get this one off, count the lengths, and then cut a new one and get it on there. As you can see, this is pretty sloppy here. So there's actually a lot of play in the middle of the link there. So best to put a new one on. Surprised to get this much time out of it, I guess. Alright, we've got the chain all on there. Now what I'm using for chain is 60H chain. And we just got to tighten that up and get the shrouds on, and then that's going to do it for this little task here. And then we've got a couple of chains that we're going to replace on the other side. Nate's just getting in the shop here, and I have to run out to 5 Star to check on the payloader, so he's going to get oil in it and work on a couple of things on the back of it. And then when I get back here, we'll rejoin him. I set the batteries in the battery box on this truck the other day. We just got to hook them up, get it out of here, hose the engine down. Set them in here the other day, but I didn't bolt them down, or hook up the connections rather, until just now. This old girl takes 4 batteries, Usually I only take 3. Alright, we got her opened up. Now let's see if we can get her to start. Is that the button? Try it. Try that. Huh? Alright, we just gotta let that air up. The next thing's gonna be, hopefully the freaking brakes ain't froze. That's been sitting there a couple months. And it's been warm here as of recently, but the temperatures are starting to drop here pretty good now. It's right around 15 degrees right now, and yesterday it was up in the lower 30s, so we want to get this engine cleaned off and get this up to dock so he can get after getting this engine done. So alright, we're going to clean this up. This is the left side of the engine here. We're going to clean this all down here. I got some oily stuff on this valve body here that I've got to get cleaned up. That's hydraulics for the tank and whatnot. We'll just kind of hose off this whole thing up front here. And we'll run over to the other side. It's not all that bad, I guess, as far as the grease and the grime and everything, but we'll get her cleaned up. That turbo is just about rotted out on it. Exhaust manifold's not in the greatest shape. But we'll get her cleaned up and get the frame cleaned up. Get the frame cleaned up as well. And these guys are cleaning off the valve cover to the 4620. Alright, we've got that truck all cleaned up, and that is up to P&M Diesel. They're changing the oil on the C5 here. They're about done with that, and that is going to do it for this video. I want to thank you for watching, and we will catch you at the next one. Hit the thumbs up, drop me a comment down below, and hit that little subscribe bell. Take it easy, folks. Thanks again for watching.